Ready? Action.
Ronnie and Jimmy are still chasing a giant gator that's terrorizing Mr. Mike's deer hunting lease. And for the hunters, the mission's even bigger than the gator. We gotta take this big gator out of here. Being from Louisiana, everybody helps everybody, bud. Yeah. And I know Mr. Mike will turn around and help us in a heartbeat. Especially you. To me, it's just second nature to help your friends. Me too. Even a stranger. There was someone that come and need some help. I don't have no obligations to this guy. I don't know.
Go off there on this down here. Wash. I fucking use out there.
And I feel like from way back in the day, that just continues on and continues on. And I would change it for the world. Look at that. One of them lines you set by Mr. Mike's trail cam.
This is the Yardmaster. Get us set up right. Your train will be ready at 17:30. Over. Copy that, dispatcher. Standing by. Out.
What's up, Jeremy? Let me know if you can hear all right or not.
Can you tell how many people in the chat?
How you doing, Mike? There's 3 people in here right now, I think. Yeah. How you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Probably. Does the train sound loud? What's up, Joker? Just moving some stuff around right now. Thanks, Frank. Yeah, I was surprised myself to get to 500. YouTube is a grind. Can't thank Zach enough with Joker's Trains. He's definitely helped out in that. And all you guys have shared my stuff or repost. The setup's actually pretty neat. You can, like right now, I have my phone up in the tripod, and then I'm on my MacBook, and I can switch back and forth between the cameras and stuff, which I think is pretty cool.
Dispatcher, going off duty. See you next trip. Out.
Jeremy, that diesel shed you put in looks pretty awesome. Layout's really looking good. This Aero train, recently, I put a new speaker in it, and then I built my own VCR courtesy of Dashing Dan's Trains. He put a video up on how to do it, so I just copied his video. It worked out very well. It's the first time I tested it, but I really didn't run it much, so this is the first time running it. So we'll see how it works. What's up, Nick? How you doing? Can you hear the trains at all? Or... Let's see if we can get this train going without having any problems.
Dispatcher, errors made. Brake test complete. Are we clear to pull? Over. You are clear through my limits. Over.
I know, Nick. How about that billboard
Roger
over
that.
there?
Here
Pretty
we go.
awesome, huh?
Out.
In this train here, I have the L1 and the H10. I have both of the sounds on, so like when you whistle it, it sounds like it's echoing because both of them whistle at the same time. It's actually pretty neat. Yeah, Nick. How's the quality look like? Because I think the free version is only about 720p, so I don't know how it looks. guys want to see something or look at something, let me know. Yeah, Joker. I think all the Aero trains are Rail King. It's a pretty unique looking train, though. I think, and I remember Nick was telling me that his wasn't a good runner, but the one I got seems to run really well. It was like brand new when I got it too. I mean, I barely know how to use this MTH remote. I can look at the mileage, hopefully. Let me see here. Yeah, it has 100 miles on it, so it's not really used that much. I gotta add some people to it. Thanks, John. Try to get some stuff out that I haven't ran in a while. Which I think the H10 I run a lot. The L1 I actually haven't ran in a while. What's up, man? Yeah, that's what I remember you saying yours didn't run real good at low speeds, but I mean, so far mine, it runs really well. Like I said, Dan at Dash and Dan helped me check out the board and everything on it. He said that it's he never replaced anything, so I got lucky there. Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate it. I can't thank Nick enough either, PGH Train Fanatic. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys thank your channel, but people that came over and did the layout tour of mine, that helped me a lot. Zach shared my stuff. That's what everybody does in the community, though. Share each other's stuff and help each other grow. I never thought I'd get to 500, honestly. Honestly, Nick, I can't say that I deserve the credit. Lauren deserves the credit. If it wasn't for her, it probably looked like a piece of wood with some track on it and a couple buildings. Like I said in that post I put up with my layout track plan, the thing I kind of messed up about with my layout, which I didn't test it enough. And in the back there, like where the tunnels are, and on the back side of the layout, both loops are really close together, and you do end up hitting if you run past them cars. I can't wait to see what your layout looks like once you build your train building. That'll be awesome. know what's up with my L1. It doesn't seem like it's smoking at all. That's one thing I can't get. I don't know how long can Gold Standard fix his engines to smoke so well, but I can't get mine to smoke like his do. Yeah, Nick, I appreciate that. Now they're finally starting to smoke. I guess it just takes a little bit for them to fire out. And that's another reason, like I said about my turns being close in the back. A lot of my videos, you'll notice my trains always run this way because if I run bigger engines on the outside loop the opposite way, they'll rub the corner of the wall in the back. So I'm kind of limited on that too. How you doing, Uncle Salty? I could try reversing one of these trains, but I don't know if it's it seems like it's going pretty well right now. That was all you, Jeremy. I took your advice. Them two, I don't think I've ever double-headed those two, actually. I know I was talking to a couple of you guys. I was telling you about the engine that I had lost to the mill for like 2 weeks. It's finally progressing, so I might actually end up getting it. I thought for sure it was a goner. Thanks, Uncle Salty. My L1 smoke unit is a little noisy right now. I haven't heard it in a while, actually. Zach, we don't get cool cans up here. Just the regular Busch Light cans. We're not cool like you. We had Daytona 500 cans, and then we had trout fishing cans. We got a regular one up here. Yeah, you guys have been making fun of me saying that I buy too much stuff, or I don't buy anything, and I make you guys buy stuff. Now I got 2 engines coming within the next 2 days. I'm pretty excited for those 2 engines, actually. Should be pretty cool. Pretty nice additions. I know, right, Jeremy? I made you spend money. I made Zach spend money. Trying to get the last fucking days here. Later, Nick. Thanks for stopping by. Jeremy, what's the video quality like on your end? It looks alright, or is it like grainy? Yeah, Jeremy, if you can find one of those, I would highly suggest getting one of those Lionel solar power. They're awesome. It took me a while to find that actually, but I think warm weathered it up a little bit. I mean, I don't know if you can tell. Zach, it seems to be working really well. I mean, it's my first time ever using it. It's pretty neat. I love the fact that, like I said, my phone's like in the tripod and I'm watching it from the computer and my phone's like black out. It's really neat. I think it's using the microphone on the phone too, so that's what, I don't know how well you guys can hear it, but it's using my phone microphone. I know, Uncle Selfie, I look at reefers every day, and I kind of wonder how many of us are either looking at or buying or bidding on the same reefers on eBay. I feel like it's probably a lot of us. It might be whenever the engines are coming by, Zach, because like I said, I don't have headphones in. I could probably put my headphones in and probably be a lot clearer. But it's going off the phone. I could probably put it in there. Would you rather hear me more or the trains more? Like I said, I can put my headphones in. Now, what's this sound like? I mean, if this seems better or worse. Is that better, Zach? I can't believe how well this streaming service is working. I mean, it's very user friendly. I was really worried about it. Jeremy, your feedback on, do you like this better than Instagram or Instagram over this going forward for like whenever Tom and I do our lives? Zach, I don't want to sound like an idiot, but I do not know what OBS is. All I'm using is Restream, my cell phone, and my AirPods. And that's it. Yeah, that's the big benefit of YouTube. Like when you're on Instagram, you can't do other stuff. It kicks you out. Yeah, I'm like that's the whole reason why I did this. I thought Zach was going to join in tonight, so I did it on here to try it. And he's busy, so he's not joining in. But I can have people come in on here. The only thing is like if someone joins in, they will be like under my YouTube. It won't be like they're joining in under their YouTube or Instagram channel. Put it that way. So everybody like goes through my channel, kinda. Unless you, what's up, Slag Cat, Chesapeake in Ohio. I really like the way this is too, because half the time on Instagram, my chat never works, so I can't ever see what the heck you guys are talking about. This is nice because I'm sitting here looking at like my computer screen, my laptop. It's really convenient, actually. Really nice. What's that?
She said your laptop's very convenient.
Yeah, because I can read the chat, watch the video. It's real nice, actually. That's good to know, John. Thanks, Slag Cat. That's what I was saying earlier in this when I started the stream. I never thought I'd get to 500. When I first started it, it takes some time, but at the same time, I wasn't putting enough videos out either. So I'm trying to do more videos, which I don't know if you guys have been watching them lately, but I'm not the best at doing the videos. I'm not a natural like Zach is from Joker's Trains. I feel like I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with it. But the first one I did, I was like really not comfortable at all. So, how you doing, Ed? The next video I plan on doing now that I hit 500 is I never did a layout update video. I know Nick did whenever he was here, PGH Train Fanatic. But I'm probably going to do a layout update. I know a lot of people have asked me to do it. They showing There's a lot of stuff in my layout that I don't show, which a lot of people have said. But it's kind of hard to do it on Instagram because you got to do your phone vertically, which makes it hard to begin with. So, Zach, you're not terrible at all, man. You're natural, but I am going to do a full layout overview, talk about the curves and stuff, and show the buildings and everything. So that should be coming up here soon. I was counting on you to join me tonight. I'm not used to hosting this by myself, but I feel like it's going pretty good. Especially since I'm like operating on 2.5 hours of sleep from last night right now. I don't know if Nick's in here still, Slack Cat. He said he was going to watch the hockey game. He might not be in here still. Zach, I was kind of hoping you would join so I could see how this works and try it out for once. See how hard it is to get people to join in. I tried to get Jeremy to join in too, but he said his layout wasn't ready enough. Ed, it took me a long time too. I don't know when I started my YouTube channel. I'm guessing probably like 3 years ago, maybe. But it took 3 years to get to 500. But recently I started doing more videos, like I said. And I plan to start doing a little bit more. I appreciate it. It's a big deal to me to get 500. I mean, I know it's not a lot, but I was hoping Tom from Gold Standards Trains would swing by at some point, but he's too busy on vacation. Here, hold on one second. All right, I'm back. Zach, that's actually a Menards building, which, I mean, I really nice. All my buildings on my layout, like my wood shop, the power plant, which I can show you guys. The flooring went upstairs. I don't show this area a lot, but I got a power plant over there. That's Menards. Those are the 3 Menards buildings I have. But the lumber mill is really nice. Zach, I'd show you a close up of the lumber building, but there's a lot of cobwebs inside of it that I got to clean out. But it's a very, if you can find it, it's a very nice building. It's probably one of their better buildings, I would say. I like the engine shed too. I think they did a lot of. The engine shed's nice also. One thing I will note though is like the inside lights are very bright in the Menards buildings, and the outside lights. We put I think it's the Tamira yellow over the lights on the outside of the buildings, because if not, they are very bright. So if you get that paint and you paint it over the lights, it definitely dims it down a lot. I know, Jeremy, that's what Bobby always tells me that too. There's so much detail to my layout that I don't show, but it's just so hard to show on Instagram. It really is. But if you guys haven't watched Nick's video, PGA Train Fanatics, he did a very good job. He's showing a lot of stuff on my layout that I usually don't show. Yeah, I mean, Aaron, for the price, I don't think you can really go wrong with Menards buildings. I'll tell you what, this Aero train sounds awesome since I did all the upgrades to it. It's running great. Looks great. Yeah, Slackcat, you gotta tone them down. Like I left the inside buildings. Let me cut the lights here. I don't know how dark it'll get, but you can tell they're kind of yellowed. If you don't yellow them, they are like here's a good example. If you look at the engine building, you can tell they're like yellowed a little bit. But then if I look at that power plant over there, they're like, see how bright they are? They're just like laser beams. What size layout do you have, Ed? I mean, my layout, people think my layout's a lot bigger than what it is. My layout's not that big. I mean, I don't know what size you have, but yeah, if you get that Tamira Slackcat and paint the strips up, it definitely helps cut the brightness down. I know some people buy like ways to step down the voltages and stuff, but I just painted mine. It was a little easier. Yeah, John, I know what you mean, because when I first put it in there, it looks like I don't know if the yellow is like fading or not, but like some of my lights look more yellow than others. But when I first put it on there without no paint over it, it was like you said, laser beams. What do you want to link for Sedona? Did you talk to the wife yet, Jeremy, about when you're coming down to run some trains? Any question you guys have or about my layout or anything, I'll help you out or try to help you out if I can. 9-foot 5-inch bucket floor plus taking out some used for storage. My main table is, I think most of my track is on a 4x8. The main track. I think the main track is 4x8. Like my track that I have laid here is 4x8. Now, obviously, I did add. Let me scoot this back for you guys. I did add like a foot back, so it is a little wider, but my track isn't that wide. So if I come back here, I got like another extra foot just for scenery, and I was worried about my engines dropping on the floor because they were right on the edge. So like, but my main track plan, I believe, is a 4x8. And then I added that little area over there, if you can see, to store some cars, which all my coal cars are on this train right now, so the area over there is a little empty. So I have that little branch over there to put all the coal cars on for the power plant. And then I have this small area right here, but it's actually where I used to have the power plant, but now I just use it for a storage area. But that's my layout. Not as big as you would think it would be. Sorry, Jeremy. These two engines are smoking very well. Yeah, Ed, I mean, you got to do what you can do. I mean, I have some engines that I can't even run on my layout. Like, I don't know if you guys can. I can swap here. I'll swap sides here. I'll swap the camera angle. Let's see if I can do this without messing this up. All right. So I have this Niagara right here that I can't even run because my layout's too small. And then up top, I have a J18 that I also can't run because my layout's too small. So I need to do something. That way I can actually run these trains. But for right now, they just look nice on the shelf. I can't run them. Your trees are nice. What's your favorite source? John, most of my trees are super trees from Scenic Express. If you would see what they look like before you spruce them up, they look like trash. But after you spruce them up a little bit and make them a little nicer, I think they're one of the best looking trees. J Tour's got to love some running train action. Yeah, I was just trying to get on and run some trains tonight. Talk to all you guys that are supporting the channel. Yeah, I got a lot of engines that I can't run, so it kind of sucks, but that's where I'm at right now. I appreciate it a lot, Ed. That's why Nick from PGA's Train Fanatic, him and I are friends, but when we live close to each other, he's like, I want to come over and video your layout and show what can be done in a small space. And yeah, I mean, you don't need massive layouts. I mean, yeah, we all would love to have bigger layouts, but a small layout's better than no layout. So that's the way you can look at it that way. But I mean, if any of you guys want to see anything else, or I mean, I can move the camera around the best I can without trying to make it too shaky. But or if you want to see something else run, I can try swapping stuff out. It's not the easiest, but Lauren, are you watching right now? Lauren, are you watching? Someone said your layout was talking about the layout and how it looked like how nice it is, and Jeremy said, "Ed, you need Lauren. She's the scenery queen." Gold Standard's been trying to get Lauren to come out and work on his layout. I mean, she does do awesome work. Like I said, I mean, she built this entire layout, so I'm not going to come on here and take credit for it because I didn't do it. I did the track plan and I buy the trains. I spend the money. That's what I do. I really appreciate that, Uncle Salty. I appreciate everybody just tuning in tonight. I honestly didn't think anybody was going to show up. I mean, I knew Jeremy would and Mike from Mike's American Flyer Trains, but I didn't know what kind of turnout I would end up with. But I appreciate all you guys for coming out and hanging out with me and celebrating the 500. We'll try to lower this down a little bit, see what kind of angle we can get here. And Lauren's actually, she's my wife. She's all. I always tell her she should do more stuff for the hobby and try to like sell items and do things, but I appreciate it, Bob. Can't believe how well these engines are smoking. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where you're located, Ed, but yeah, Lauren, like I said, did all my layout, all my scenery. Yeah, I don't know if she'll go the whole way to Nevada. Lauren, you gonna go to Nevada? So you gonna head out to Nevada to do some scenery work on someone's layout? What's up, Rail Chief? How you doing, buddy? Thanks, Aaron. Like I said, I mean, I'm just glad you guys all come out, hang out, and want to see the trains run. Like I always say in my Instagram lives with Gold Sanders trains, when I come on here and run my trains, it might sound bad, but this is probably the most that I run my trains. But with 2 little kids and a job and just life in general, it makes it hard sometimes. So it's nice to just get on here, run some trains, and talk to everybody. I enjoy it. Might have to have some more smoke here in a second. Better shut it off. There he is, Dashing Dan. This is the guy that if you want to make your own BCRs, go to his YouTube channel, watch his video. Dan, I'm running the Aero train for you tonight. It's running great, man. Sounds better. I think it sounds better than what it used to sound like. Running good. If you're not following his YouTube, he gives a lot of great information about MTH. Yeah, Dan, I did the speaker. I did the BCR. I think it sounds better than what it used to. I mean, it sounds good. Sounds really good. If you guys want to make your own BCRs or any kind of MTH replacements or knowledge, Dan's the guy to go to at Dashing Dan's Trains. I'm going to step away for 1 minute. I'm going to put the microphone on my phone. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, Dan, I did the speaker replacement on the Aero train. It's running great. Wow, Ed, where do you live at? Sounds extreme. I know the catalog deadline just came up here. Put up in the chat if you guys are pre-ordering anything, and if so, what are you getting? I'm interested to see what everybody says. East side. I can try getting you guys another view. Think of where I can move this to. I mean, oh, 2 Vision Line Hudsons, Aaron. Which ones did you get? All right, I'm gonna try moving the camera. I'm gonna try not to be extremely crazy with it, jerky wise, but Pacemaker and the Black Tender one. Awesome. Anybody else order anything? It's saying there's 14 people in here. I mean, you guys could like it, like the stream, please. Honestly, the thing I really like the most in the catalog, which is going to sound kind of crazy for me, is that tin plate Vision set. I feel like that's going to be an awesome set. ETS 44 CSX RFP Heritage Scheme. All right, nice, John. Sucks I can't see who's in here. Jeremy, did you pre-order anything? I don't know if any of you guys like the PRR, but that B6 sitting right there in that siding, I think it's one of the nicest smaller engines that Lionel's done. One of my favorites. It's looking a little dusty though. It looks like it's weathered, but it's actually dusty. I don't really like taking it off the layout much because it doesn't have a wireless drawbar, and I don't like unhooking the drawbar on it. So I try to keep it on the layout as much as possible. Actually, I don't think I've ever taken it off the layout since it's been on there. I just leave it on all the time. Wow, Ed, that's crazy. Anybody else got any pre-orders in? Bob, is that the custom run that Muffins is doing? I think it is. I'm not 100% sure. Let me get everybody's stuff up on here so everybody can see what they're getting. Aaron said the pacemaker and black BT tender. John, ES44, CSNX RFP Heritage Scheme. Bob said the PRR Atlantic 7002. I think Nick PGH Train Fanatic was a big influence on that engine. I think he's the one that tipped Muffin off on running it. But that I would like to have that one also. Uncle Salty said he is doing the S&P Trainmaster. Slack Cat said he's getting the Atlas Premier Cino GP40. Ed said he got the Hiawatha #1 from last year's catalog, but haven't tried it yet. I'd like to see some video of that, Ed, when you get it on there. I know that engine turned out pretty nice. Oh, nice, Bob. Yeah, Slack Cat. I mean, can't go wrong with Atlas or MTH Premier. I mean, I don't have many MTH engines, honestly. I have an RS1, an H10, and the Millennium Gold Hudson, and a Rail King Allegheny, and MTH. What's that rated for, Ed? I didn't think that was really rated for that big of curves. Slack Cat, are you mostly diesel or steam? For some reason, I thought the Hiawatha. I don't know if I can switch windows here or not, but I'm mostly, if you see my channel at all, I'm mainly steam. I do have some diesels. I'm sorry for keeping up, please. I mean, all that is an Atlantic frame underneath. I don't understand. I'm sure it'll probably run your F42. I mean, you have to just get it out and give it a shot, see how it does. That's what I was saying, Uncle Salty. I'm trying to look it up, but I don't want to exit out the stream. I'm not the best. I'm going to look here real quick. Let me know if it cuts out at all. No, you got me going on linenow.com to check it out. Minimum curve does say 054, which I don't understand why it'd be that small. I mean, that big. I feel like that'll probably run way. I don't think I have a problem with that. MTH Allegheny and a Berkshire. Those are two nice engines. Yeah, Sedona's Burke runs on 036, so. Slack out. Are those both scale engines? I don't know, Ed. I think you'll be surprised. I mean, for the Hiawatha, I'd throw it on your tracks, run it real slow, just keep an eye on it, look at it, and I mean, if it's good, you're probably going to be fine. I feel like they overrate a lot of engines. Like they can do like my layout's only 048 on the outer curve, and I run a lot of stuff that's 054 on it and have no issues. Now some stuff will not do 048. To NSD, Hudson repairs that okay. No, Alleghenies are nice. The one I have is a PS1. It's only a Rail King, but the thing that really limits it is the fact that it's a PS1 and it's not command controlled. So it's actually my son. He's 10. He bought it years ago now, and I'd like to either upgrade it or sell it. But I mean, I don't think he'll let it go. Niagara is definitely 072. I can tell you right now that Niagara won't do 048 because of the tender. The tender derails. It might do 060. I don't know what the Niagara is. What the minimum is on it. I thought it was 054. I thought it was 054 or 060, but I could be wrong. I can look it up right now, actually. Hold on. Vision Line Niagara. 054 minimum curve from Lionel. It's crazy because I know it will not do 048. I tried it. Jeremy, you need to ask Tom to test it out for you. I don't know if he has 054 on his layout or not, but Slack, yeah, what fell off your layout? The Allegheny? 120 scale miles per hour. I run my train slow, obviously, because I mean, the Aero train right now, which is it's running at 13 miles an hour. And then I got my double head running at 36 on the speed step. I used to run my stuff a little slower than some people do. Yeah, Uncle Salty, I don't think the wheels are flanged on the engine. I think the problem with the Niagara now is the tender. Yeah, the wheels on the tender are all flanged. The engine itself is not flanged. The two wheels in the center are not. I just looked at it. The problem I have is the tender won't do it. Yeah, Sly Cat, I had a Line Master Big Boy I had for a while there, and it was actually a legacy one, and it would take off by itself just randomly. Other times it would run great, and then sometimes it would just take off full throttle. I ended up selling it, and couldn't figure out what the hell was wrong with it. It just, you'd be running it, be going nice and smooth, and then all of a sudden, full speed ahead. You got to really watch the handles to make sure it wasn't going to be a goner. Like, I know PGH Train Fanatic. I think a lot of his layout, or some of his layouts, 060. And I mean, I know he runs a lot of stuff that's 072. I mean, he told me, I can't remember what some of the engines are, but some will not do 060, but a lot of stuff will do 060. Yeah, I mean, thankfully, I've never had an engine hit the floor yet, or the ground, because my ground's concrete, so it's not going to be a good outcome. I know some people that their trains did fall off the layout. I think RBP had that issue where he dropped something off his layout. I know most of us try to take very good care of my engines. Like Lauren, my wife, always makes fun of me. Like when I package stuff up to sell, if say I'm selling something, I take very good care of everything. She's like, if you would ever do a train show and like set a booth up, she's like, it would take you days to set stuff up and take down. Because I'm very, very, very particular with my stuff. Next question. I know we didn't get a lot of feedback on the pre-order, so maybe a lot of you guys aren't ordering nothing, but York in the spring. Is anybody going to Spring York? If you are, what days are you planning on going? Yeah, I know all about that. I dropped one thing off, not my layout, but off my table here that I'm using for my computer. It was one of my pup trailers, and thankfully it didn't get destroyed, but I did drop it off. Uncle Salty, luckily I have a buffer around my layout now. Like my main track plan is you really can't drop in it unless you're dropping it trying to put it on the shelving. I have a lot of room now, so if I do have an engine that takes off, or if for some reason I would have a derail, it wouldn't fall on the floor. But before I put this little extension on here, I didn't have anything. It would, I mean, if something fell off, it would fall off on the floor. And with kids, I mean, sometimes that's not a good thing. So I added the addition, and it's mainly scenery now. Yeah, Ed, I agree. You don't want your engines falling on the floor. I mean, I think all of us know these things aren't cheap. I'd probably be sick if I dropped one of my engines on the floor. Anybody going to York? I hear you, Ed. I mean, I'm not retired, but I mean, we live off of one income because daycare is just so crazy. So I mean, yeah, you want to take care of everything. You don't want things to get messed up or broken. I'm gonna move you guys again and give you a different angle. Try to adjust this a little bit. Dashing Dan said he's going to York. Anybody? I know. I know Jeremy's going. Sorry about the light in the background. I mean, is, is Zach going for sure? Uncle Salty for the spring New York? Yeah, I mean, Ed, I understand what you're saying. If I, thankfully, I'm within driving distance of New York. If I had to fly in and all that, I don't know how much I would go to York. You know, I enjoy it. It's a good time. I really like just meeting everybody and talking and hanging out with friends. And obviously getting some trains is a great time also. But if I had to fly and all that, I don't know how much I would. I don't know if I definitely wouldn't go to every show. But Slack Cat, all these trees right here that you see in this caption or this photo right here is they're mainly all wood Scenic Express super trees. Jeremy, I'm up in the air right now. Um, don't know when I'm going, if I am going. I know you're going on Friday. Nick wants me to go on Thursday with him. I guess I could always ride out on Thursday with him, come back, and then meet up with you and ride out with you on Friday. Be a lot of driving, but I don't know if I'm going to stay this spring. Yeah, Uncle Salty. I'm not that big on flying myself. I totally agree with you on that one. I'd probably look into taking a train out instead of flying. Some of my trees, I mean, I do have woodland trains, woodland scenic strains. I do have some Bachman trees, but a lot of my trees are Scenic Express super trees. I was thinking that, Jeremy. I was thinking about riding out to like where we can meet up at on the turnpike or something, and then riding out with you the rest of the way maybe on Friday. Especially if I go with Nick on Thursday. Yeah, Slack Cat. I was there in the fall. Um, I wasn't there the last day though. I did see a lot of people talking about what kind of happened with security and stuff. Get you some swinging bell action here from the Sage 10. One of the coolest features about this engine. I mean, that could. I feel like that could be a Vision Line engine. A lot of cool features on that engine. That's one thing Jeremy and I were talking about. Sedano is. I know a lot of people love the big Vision Line engines, but I wish Line now would do a smaller scale Vision Line engine so everybody could have the opportunity to buy one. Have a good night, Slag Cat. I appreciate you coming by and hanging out with. Nice having you. Yeah, Jeremy, it's such a cool feature. I was hoping my buddy Tom would stop by tonight, but I don't think he's I haven't seen him in the chat at all. I know he's on vacation, but thanks again, Slack Cat. I enjoyed you coming by. I know, Uncle Salty. I know what you mean. I mean, the Volume 1 catalog comes out. We all get to look at it for, I mean, it gets leaked early, but Gold Standard and I try to do a first looks catalog. You go through it, look at it, and the first thing you think is what's in the Volume 2 catalog. I think we're all the same way. Can't wait to see what's next. Oh, I didn't know that, Uncle Salty. That's good news. Kunkel said the smallest Vision Line engine yet will be in Volume 2. See, that sounds dangerous, but I like it. I hope it's the I hope it's the I don't know. I hope, well, first of all, I hope it's a steam engine. Like this H10, like I just said, they could easily be in Vision Line engine. Just add a couple more separately applied details with the bell and everything. I mean, it's right there. I didn't know he said it was going to be the smallest Vision Line engine. That's good news, though, for all of us. I mean, I think that's great for them, too. I don't know why they didn't do it a lot sooner. I'll give you guys a different view. I'm going to pick the camera up again. But that's awesome. You guys can tell I'm a Jack Daniels fan. You can see it in the background over there. Try to get that out of there. I listened to that podcast, and I didn't hear him say about it being the smallest. I knew he said about it being there was going to be a all new feature, and it was going to be a new engine, but I didn't. I missed the smallest engine part. But hey, I'm not complaining about that. I feel like I said, Jeremy and I were talking about how much they're missing out on that. I mean, yeah, I agree with that too, Uncle Salty. I mean, they're missing out on. A lot of people would love to have a Vision Line engine. They're just always too big for most people's layouts. I mean, not all of us have a layout that is massive. Let's put it that way. I mean, these layouts take up. I mean, unless you live in a mansion, a layout takes up a lot of space. Let's put it that way. Even the smaller ones. Uh-oh. my my MTH remote died, which left the horn on continuously. I mean, some of the small steam engines are nice engines. I mean, I know everybody loves the gigantic engines, but like I was saying earlier, I mean, the B6 is one of my favorite engines, and it's small, but it's just such a well done engine. And if they could add, like, because mine doesn't have whistle steam or nothing. I mean, if they could add some more features to it, it would be even better. I tell anybody, I mean, if you like a railroad that has a B6, it's definitely an awesome engine to get. And the chuff on it, I don't know. I really like the chuff on it also. Got a really nice chuff. Yeah, Jeremy, I'll agree with you on that. The 280 is a really nice engine. The B&O that we'll have, you, myself, and Zach, awesome engine. Small steam engines are nice. I mean, you get the V6, which I believe does 031. The H10, I think, does 031. I think the 280 does 031. The Erie Camelback, I think, does 031. There's a lot of nice engines that will do 031. Salty said my favorite 060 was the Pacific Electric 1K line did. I'd have to see what that is. I mean, there are a lot of, they do offer a lot of engines that will run 036 or 031. I don't know if you guys all saw it, but I'll show it now. I might try to, like I said, keep it steady, but that's the engine Jeremy's talking about. The consolidation, B&O, the gloss paint. Very nice engine. Zach did a very good review. Joker's Trains on it. Since you guys are hanging out, I'll show you guys. Here's my farm scene, which a lot of people, I guess, they don't see. I mean, it's kind of hard to view this or video it. Got a little farm area. Lauren made that barn. I got my yard over there with the coal. This hobo scene over here is pretty cool too. Which It's got this B&O wagon top. With the wagon top cars are awesome. But let me scoot this up for you guys. This Lionel piece here is really neat. Little hobo camp. Got some guys sleeping out over here. Little fire. Come underneath there. Little fireplace inside. Little control panel action. The Woodland Scenic Station, which is really nice. That signal bridge is MTH, and then I got a couple of relays underneath the track, and got the outer rail out, so that way it shorts itself and does its little thing. I can show you the relay actually while you guys are on here. I want to see it. I have it mounted right there, so you'll see a trigger whenever a train comes by. When it leaves, see like one just left, and then whenever one comes by, it'll complete the circuit and light up. But it's pretty neat how it works. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but now it's changing the signal. It's really neat. Try to get it on the signal itself here. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people get stuck on having to buy a certain kind of engine or a certain road name. I mean, I have a lot of Pennsylvania Railroad just because I live in Pennsylvania. I mean, but I have branched out into New York Central, and then if you see my video, I got the Atlantic Coastline. I mean, it's all in what you like and what engines you really enjoy. I mean, you don't have to model only one engine. I mean, you can, it's your trains, your layout, buy whatever you like. I mean, some people like fantasy scheme engines, some people don't. I mean, yeah, Uncle Salty, I think I could send you the link to this stuff if you want to look into it, but I know there's easier ways on how to do it. It's not hard. It was one of the cheaper ways to do it, but like I said, it has a relay that goes under the table and you got to wire it up. But I know a lot of those, they have like the IR ones. They're a lot more money to buy. I was just trying to go the cheap route. Yeah, Sedona, Jeremy, your Berkshire is probably one of my favorite engines. I mean, I was close to buying it, but you bought it, so I didn't have to. So, Lark, I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks, Ed. Yeah, I mean, the farm area is an area I don't show much because it's kind of hard. It's hard to video, but it is it's a very nice scene. Yeah, I appreciate it, Jeremy. I mean, if you guys haven't liked this live, please like it. It helps out. Jeremy and I, Sedona, we're just talking. Hopefully, here shortly. He'll be coming down, and we'll be running some more trains. Like I said, I got 2 new engines that are coming in, so some of you know what they are, some of you don't. But the one, like I said, I thought was lost, but good news is it's actually making its way here, so I might actually get it. I didn't think I was going to get it. All nice on Consulti. I do electrical too, so I mean, it makes it easier, but I can try to show you the blocks. You can see them where I cut the track. Like right here is a block. You can tell it's kind of spaced really far apart. So that's part of the block where it starts. Well, the insulated rail, outer rail. And then here is the second part right there. And I think the signal tower itself has a timer, so like even after it passes, it gives it a couple minutes to like switch the signals, which is pretty cool. No, Jeremy, you're going to buy an H7 that way. I don't got to buy it, and then you can bring it down here and we'll run them together so I can see it and take video of it. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people like the fantasy stuff. There ain't nothing wrong with it. Some people just don't like it. There's some people that are so caught up in how realistic. I mean, it's a train layout, but everybody tries to make their layouts look the best they can. But some people go way overboard with it. If you like fantasy, I have no problem with people that like fantasy engines. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's what it is, Uncle Salty. It it works really well. It's cool. I will agree with that, Lark. See what he said here. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Ed said the Polar Express is fancy and is hugely popular. I have a Polar Express set. And yeah, I will agree with that. It was probably one of the most sought after sets slash engines up until Lionel remaking it right now. We got Bear Creek Woodworking. Hi, everyone. How you doing, Bear Creek? Jeremy said like the Conrail T1. I had a Conrail T1. I sold it. Uncle Salty nailed it right here. Buy what you like. It's your layout. River counting is for the HO guys. Ed, I have seen that train. It's pretty cool. It's a big bummer that the high railer's got to take their layout down, but I'm sure they're going to find a new spot and build, if not a better layout than what they have now. The biggest thing I wish I could have done is made it out there to see it. I would have liked to have seen their layout. I never got to see it. I know they are doing one last show. I think I saw somewhere in March. It would be cool to It would be cool to get out there and see it, but I mean it's like a 5-hour drive for me. Maybe I could talk Jeremy into going. Maybe we'll both head out or something. But it's not close for us. But I would like to see it. Oh, they got a new building already? Jeremy, that's awesome. Yeah, for sure, Ed. I mean, that's a lot to move all that stuff they have. That's no joke. Like I said, Jeremy, I think they are doing one more show. How you doing? 8-5741 Productions. I don't think I've ever seen. Well, this is my first live stream, so I can't say I've never seen you on here before, but nice to have you. My first live stream on YouTube. We do live streams on Instagram mainly, but could possibly be switching to YouTube because everybody seems to like this better. I'm all about making it easier for everybody. I'm glad you like it. I actually thought it was a very unique set. That's why I have it. It's very unique and cool. Jeremy said he can search for more trains and spend more money while watching trains, so he enjoys it better. And my batteries on my MT-H remote are pretty much dead. I know some of you guys just joined in and some of you have been here, but I really appreciate you guys joining in and hanging out tonight. If you could, please like the like button, please. It helps the channel out a lot. And like I said, hopefully here soon. I have 2 engines that are supposed to be arriving. I think one's supposed to come tomorrow, one Saturday. So hopefully I got some new stuff here coming out, or some new videos or reels. This is all O gauge. I'm guessing you're West Coast, Uncle Salty. I really appreciate that, Ed. Sometimes I complain about the size of my layout being small, but I should be thankful for what I have. I mean, I could have nothing. My layout is, the track itself is on a 4x9 sheet, these 2 loops here. And then I have, I'll pick the camera up, this little extension over here, which I don't really know exactly the size of it. I'm guessing it's probably 3 foot that I store all these coal cars on. That's where all the coal cars go over there. That's why the track's all empty over there. And then I have this little area right here where I park some engines and some long stock. It's probably about 2 foot off of the main layout right there. But here's kind of an overview. I'll give you the one side of the wall there. The nice and smooth over. That's the whole layout. Yeah, I agree, Ed. I mean, that is true. More maintenance and more money to build. They're not cheap to build. More landscaping, more buildings, more track. Like I said, the biggest drawback I have right now is I have a couple of engines that I can't run on my way out, which is a bummer. Yeah, I would agree with that. 5741 Productions. I mean, they definitely are not cheap. Nothing about a gauge is cheap. You guys want a little bit of nighttime running? See how dark this looks. It's a little dark right there, but Uncle Salty said even our shipping is expensive. Yeah, hopefully your shipping arrives. I mean, like I said, I bought an engine. It was like the first week of February, and it still hasn't arrived yet. I've been sweating it. I really didn't think I was getting it, and now they conveniently finally found it. So I should be getting it here shortly, hopefully. Yeah, and I agree. I mean, I kind of not, I wouldn't say I have an addictive personality, but like when I start collecting something, I kind of go way overboard. I've always enjoyed trains. Growing up, I got a O gauge starter set when I was probably 4, and my brother and I ran the hell out of it. And then I always liked trains, and I had kids build a layout. My son was enjoyed trains, so I was like, oh, okay, this is nice. I'll build him a small little layout. And this layout was mainly supposed to be for him, and then I kind of took it over now, so it's mainly mine. But um, and then I started buying stuff, and I think we all know that all of us that are in this hobby, we just like the Woodside Reefers, we just get addicted. We keep finding them, nice stuff, and we want to buy them. I mean, my other collection that I have is, you guys will probably laugh, is Jack Daniels bottles. I collect all the like single barrels and special releases, and I have a cabinet full of them. And when I start collecting something, I collect it. I mean, that's just I don't know, that's just the way I am, I guess. Uncle Salty, it's actually not FedEx, it's USPS. So your tax dollars at work, I guess you could say. But but like I said, I think they found it, so that's good news. And that's the important thing, Ed, right at the end there. You enjoyed them all. I mean, all of us here are into model trains, obviously, and we all enjoy it, and that's the way it should be. I mean, like we were talking about earlier, some people will call people out for things that they do improperly or buying fantasy scheme engines, but yeah, I'll agree, Uncle Salty. My wife bought something for our son, and it actually was coming from the same area that my engine was coming from, and it just arrived here yesterday, I think, and she bought the item the first week of February, maybe the end of January. It took that long to get here, which is crazy. But I mean, it was nothing. Not that it wasn't important, but it was nowhere near the cost of an engine. I'm like sitting here freaking out. Like the first thing that I bought a lot of stuff and had a lot of things shipped and never had nothing lost, thankfully. And I'm sitting here thinking that I lost it, and I didn't know. I never had to deal with that, and never had to deal with somebody that I bought something off of not arriving. But like I said, thankfully it's moving through the system again now, and as of right now, it's supposed to be here on Saturday. So yeah, Ed, my wife is all on that USPS, UPS, and FedEx. I'm not, but she knows when all that stuff's coming in, and like I said, thankfully it's starting to move for, like I said, probably over a week and a half. It was just saying moving to the next destination, wasn't giving me any updates. I thought it was gone. I was like, we're never going to see this thing. But she ended up calling 2 days ago now and talking to somebody, and thankfully they ended up actually helping out, which is good. And now it looks like I'm going to end up getting it. Yeah, Dan. I don't know if it's just. It seems like something's going on there. I was sitting there freaking out, man. I'm like, oh man, I'm not getting it. Indianapolis is actually in Chicago, so it's funny you say that. I bought the item from Massachusetts. It got shipped to Chicago for some reason, and that's where it is right now. Yeah, that's what Ed, I've never had nothing lost, and I bought a lot of engines, rolling stock, and this is the first time I've ever seen something. And I'm like, how do you lose that big of a box? It just don't go missing. It's not like it's a little, I can see a little package going missing, but an engine should not go missing. Uncle Salty, I worked for UPS for, I was there probably like 3 years, but I know what you mean. Sometimes by working there, I wonder how stuff, thankfully we get our engines and they're all in one piece because I worked there and I know what stuff was like. So it's a miracle that we get our stuff and they work and we don't see more damages during shipping. Well, Jeremy, that's like Massachusetts. Like, why would you ship? I don't know why shipment from Massachusetts would go to Chicago, but hey, if I get my engine and if I actually receive the engine, I'll be ecstatic. Yeah, so yeah, I never really ran into that problem. That's the first time. Like the item I bought wasn't even updating at all. It was just saying in transit to the next location, and it was like that for probably a week and a half. And I'm like, that thing's gone. And Lauren's my wife, Lauren. She's like, I don't know who would take a train package. I'm like, hey, there's people just there's more people that like trains than you think of. Just see that engine come past there, and if it's in like the actual shipping box, and they could be like, hey, I want this and take it. She's like, that's never gonna happen. I'm like, hey, you never know. I guess I'm not. I think negatively, but I didn't think it was gonna make it. I know, Jeremy. I'm excited for it too, man. I can't wait for it to come. Glenn said all his stuff has to go through Western New York. Well, coming from Western New York has to go through New Jersey first. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand the shipping on some things, but like I said, as long as I get my packages, I'll be happy. Should have, like I said, 2 new engines coming. Some of you people know what they are. Some of you don't. You have to tune in and keep an eye out for what they are. I'm probably going to end the stream around 11:30 Eastern time. So probably within the next 5 to 10 minutes. I just want to thank all of you for joining in and stopping by. You blew my expectations. I really didn't think at first when I first started the stream there was nobody in there. I'm like, well, we're not gonna get nobody, but There's been a steady amount of people in here, and like I said, I can't appreciate it enough for the 500 subs. And I don't know if Dan's still in here, but I know he just got 500 subs recently on YouTube, and which congratulations. It's not easy. Jeremy, I'm definitely not big time, but like I said, for all you guys that are in here now, the next video I plan on doing will probably be a layout overview and tour video. I've never done one yet. I know a lot of people have asked me to do it. Hopefully I don't bore you too much, but try to show you all the details and try to go over things and let you know everything about the layout. I do have a plan for, I would say expansion, but bigger track coming in the future so I can run some of these bigger engines that I'm buying. So stay tuned. It should be, hopefully it turns out all right. I don't know. I'm skeptical about doing it. I don't want to ruin my current layout. But the track plan, it's a nice track plan. I know, like I've had a lot of people ask me about it, and the post what it is. If you would follow my post that I put up, my track plan, more than what I did, I feel like I deviated from that. It probably would work out better. Like I said, the back two, the outer loop and the inner loop are kind of close on the backside, too close. And if you're running bigger equipment, you're going to run into issues. And I wouldn't want to tell you to build a layout like and then run into the issues like I have. If you haven't done all the scenery on your layout and you just got a track plan, make sure you test all your engines, run them in any way you can, and make sure everything clears properly and you have no issues. Don't get to the stage where I'm at where your layout's completely done and then think about, oh man, I need to go back and change things or tear stuff up, because it's hard to tear stuff up whenever you're done, put it that way. I know a lot of people do it, but it's not cheap. I mean, everybody knows how much all this stuff costs, and then to go through, tear everything up, it's not fun, and not some of the stuff you can't reuse, you know. I mean, I just didn't do enough testing. Your layout looks awesome, Jeremy. I was hoping you would jump in here and show some of it tonight. Maybe next time. But you did a great job, man. It looks awesome. If you guys aren't following Sedano's Trains, check him out on Instagram and YouTube. He just rebuilt his layout and got some nice engines over there. Just got some new stuff in, especially if you're a C&O guy. And like I said, I mean, I'm on Instagram and YouTube. If I'm not following you or you're new, send me your channel. I mean, I'm interested to see what it is. It's like my feed froze. Either my phone died. I don't know what's going on over there. No, my phone's got plenty of battery life. Hold on a second. Let me see what's going on. All right, it's back. I don't know what happened. Yeah, Jeremy, I think I'm out too here in a minute. I appreciate you hanging out. I'm supposed to be off tomorrow, but I might go in for some overtime, so I might have to go into work tomorrow. So I gotta get a little bit of sleep. Like I said, this live far exceeded my expectations. I didn't think anybody would come in and hang out. I appreciate all of you guys. Yeah, stop these engines here. If you like what you see, give me a like. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Like I said, we might be most of our lives we do on Instagram, but we might be switching to YouTube here. Seems like a lot of people liked it better. Thanks, Ed. I really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out and supporting the channel. But yeah, I mean, Tom at Gold Standards Trains and I mainly do Instagram, but after seeing how well this worked out, we might be switching over to YouTube here. Seems like everybody enjoyed it. These ends up here and shut them down. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me, and hopefully we'll do this again sometime soon. Have a good night.